Hello my dear friends, today we are going to talk about the trig sub. If a squared plus b squared equals 1, prove a squared plus 1 over a squared times b squared plus 1 over b squared is greater than or equal to 25 over 4. If you want to have a try, please pause the video. If you're ready now, let's get started. Okay, let's see how to prove this problem. See, there's a squared plus b squared equals 1. Recall, sine squared alpha plus cosine squared alpha equals 1. So the trig sub is a feasible way because we can simplify the formula by using the properties of the trigonometric functions. So let a equal sine alpha, b equal cosine alpha, where alpha is greater than 0 and is less than 2 times pi. Simultaneously, alpha is not equal to pi over 2, pi or 3 pi over 2. Why is that? Because there are a squared and b squared in the denominator which cannot be equal to 0. So what we want to prove turns to be sine squared plus 1 over sine squared times cosine squared plus 1 over cosine squared, which turns to be sine to the fourth power plus 1 over sine squared times cosine to the fourth power plus 1 over cosine squared. We will have sine to the fourth power times cosine to the fourth power plus sine to the fourth power plus cosine to the fourth power plus 1 over sine squared cosine squared. And that's the first achievement we have got right now. But this formula seems a little complicated. How to simplify it? We will do something with this part. We know sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1. So sine squared plus cosine squared quantity squared still equals 1. At the same time, there will be sine to the fourth power and cosine to the fourth power after squared. So we will get the expression of sine to the fourth power plus cosine to the fourth power. Substitute the expression in, the formula turns to be like this. Wow, it's getting more complicated, but don't worry. Sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1. Substitute 1 in it, the formula turns to be like this. Do you recognize that? That's the complete square formula. So we will have sine squared cosine squared minus 1 quantity squared plus 1 over sine squared cosine squared. Now we are close to the final answer. But before that, there are still something to do with the formula. Recall, sine alpha times cosine alpha equals 1/2 times sine 2 alpha. So sine squared alpha times cosine squared alpha equals 1/4 times sine squared of 2 alpha. Substitute that in, we will have this formula. There are 1/4 times sine squared 2 alpha in the numerator and denominator. Let it equal x, so the formula turns to be x minus 1 squared plus 1 over x, which simplifies to be x plus 2 over x minus 2. We know sine squared 2 alpha is greater than 0 and is less than or equal to 1. So x is greater than 0 and is less than or equal to 1/4. Now we are close to the final answer. We want to prove this formula is greater than or equal to 25 over 4. Where x is greater than 0 and is less than or equal to 1/4, let the formula equal f of x. The curve of the function is shown in Cartesian coordinate system. The minimum value of the function will be reached when x equals square root of 2. However, x is greater than 0 and is less than or equal to 1/4 as we discussed above. So the function will reach its minimum value when x equals to 1/4, which equals 1/4 plus 2 over 1/4 minus 2, which equals 25 over 4. So x plus 2 over x minus 2 is greater than or equal to 25 over 4, which means a squared plus 1 over a squared times b squared plus 1 over b squared is greater than or equal to 25 over 4. And that's the right answer. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, share, like, and comment. If you are interested in solving math problems, please subscribe this channel and follow my videos. See you next time. Bye bye.